So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk just about Assassin's Creed. So let's talk about Assassin's Creed. Here we go. Let's bring it up on screen. So let's start off with this. There is an article, or articles, I should say, going around that are pretty interesting. Okay. We're going to start here. Assassin's Creed devs share their experiences with online abuse. Now, of course they did, right? Because it all kind of lines up timeline-wise. Ubisoft threatens lawsuits against people. Suddenly, the developers want to come out and talk about them being harassed, them being abused, whatever. It all kind of lines up timeline-wise. Assassin's Creed Shadows is launching this week, but the months between its reveal and now have been intense for the developers. Even putting the delays aside, they found themselves at the center of the culture war, with Shadows and its devs being one of the main targets of the anti-DEI crowd. Now, one thing I said in my video today, because I released a video about this article, is that I don't understand why they continue to complain about being in the middle of the culture war when they themselves put themselves in the middle of the culture war. Right? You make certain decisions, right? And if there is an anti-DEI crowd, then don't you think you are going to be immediately thrown into the culture war by performing and acting on DEI mandates? Don't you think that's going to happen? Don't you think that's obvious at this point? Why would you complain about being thrown into the culture war when you are personally partaking in the culture war by making decisions politically based, mind you, as a company that is a gaming company, apparently? They really shouldn't be making any political opinions, and yet here you are making them and then complaining that there's an opposite side that is saying mean things about you? I don't get it. I just don't understand. If you don't want to be in the culture war, then stop doing shit that puts you in the culture war. Stop doing shit that's going to put you into the eyes of the people who are inherently against what you're doing, right? Or whatever your supposed beliefs are. See, this is the problem when you as a company that should remain neutral decide to not remain neutral, and then you end up making decisions that say, we stand with whatever that may be, right? We stand with whatever. It doesn't matter. Even if you're like, oh, we stand with Trump. Guess what that's going to do? That's going to make all the lefties go crazy and want to go after you too. So it doesn't matter. See, that's the problem. The moment you decide to make a statement and say, we stand with whatever, that's immediately going to get you in the eyes of whoever doesn't stand with that. Left, right, it doesn't matter. But see, the beautiful thing is that they only seem to complain when it's our particular side who are against the DEI bullshit. They only complain about that, right? Because when they attack people that believe in what we believe in, it's okay. It's allowed. It's perfectly fine, right? It's just having empathy, supposedly. So in any case, yesterday, they reported on how Ubisoft has allegedly put plans in place to protect its workers as Shadows launches, which includes psychological and legal support to anyone facing online harassment. Now more developers are coming forward, with one sharing their experience with abuse after Assassin's Creed Mirage launched. Now, here's the hilarious thing, right? So they based this entire article off of one person, one anonymous person. Isn't that hilarious? And somebody asked the question, is every article at The Gamer written by Rhiannon Bevan? Almost, and that's because they are down to a skeleton crew. Just like most of these websites are down to a skeleton crew, they don't have a lot of urinalists left. They're pretty much almost all gone. So in any case, it says, when Mirage came out, I was told to get R-worded and offed because me and the team decided to have blue roofs on certain buildings and it wasn't completely accurate, says environmental artist Leah Fagus. So yeah, protect devs. Assassin's Creed YouTuber The Hidden One says they received a DM from someone close to the dev team, also shedding some light on this. In a message, the source says that some are already seeking help due to the harassment. Oh, they're seeking help now. Don't you guys think that this is all just way too convenient time-wise? This is all just a little bit too convenient. Ubisoft makes a statement about wanting to sue everybody and their mother. Now, all of a sudden, people are supposedly going to Ubisoft to get help, whatever the case may be. Like, you guys realize you can't control freedom of speech. You guys realize that you can't control people talking about the company Can't control people talking about the game. You can't do any of that. Like, I've always denounced death threats, obviously. Death threats are fucking stupid. And I will always say that's stupid. Anybody doing that is retarded. But at the end of the day, you guys are conflating actual criticism, actual issues with the game, actual fans who are fans of the history of Assassin's Creed with people who are harassing you. It's not harassment to talk about the game. It's not harassment to talk about the company. It's not harassment to talk about the studio. And it's damn sure not harassment to talk about the employees that are out there saying some wild shit on their social medias and getting found out because of it. It's not harassment. Otherwise, if you don't want people to talk about your employees, then maybe you should tell your employees to stop calling people racist. Stop calling people sexist, misogynist, homophobes, transphobes, whatever phobes. Otherwise, if you're gonna join in, you got to be ready for what's going to happen if you decide to join in. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So what are you going to do? You're going to sue? You're going to send someone a C&D because your employee called them a fucking racist and then they got destroyed in the comments on Twitter and now they're going to run to you and Big Daddy lawyers? Is that what's going to happen right now? So look at this message that they supposedly got here. Look at this. I have been told that developers find this climate of hatred stressful. Some have relied on psychologists to get through the period. Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? How are we this week? I don't understand. It's no fun for them to see certain videos because they are a great source of misinformation that they cannot personally refute without ending up as public targets. Like what? Like what? So if you can't personally refute it, why doesn't Ubisoft refute it? Why doesn't the company refute it? I don't understand. Ubisoft has made psychology services available in several studios to address this problem. I don't know how many employees are depressed. My friends have told me that they have always gotten along very well in the company. Among them, the DEI is normal because they're a multicultural team united by a common goal. There is no such thing as political agendas or conspiracies at Ubisoft. Let me say that one more time so that the people in the back, perhaps you didn't hear that. There is no such thing as political agendas or conspiracies at Ubisoft.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. There's no way we're serious right now. There's no, like, even some of the most leftist people or even some of the most centrist people have to understand that that statement is absolute fucking bullshit. Absolute bullshit. There's no way that you're going to sit there and genuinely make people or try to make people believe that there are no political agendas and no conspiracies at Ubisoft when their own website pushes that absolute garbage nonsense every single day. See, here's the thing. You guys have been indoctrinated to believe in DEI so much that you don't view it as something political, when in fact, that's exactly what it is. That's how it started, and that's how it's going to finish. It started as a political statement and a political movement, and it's going to finish as such. So you may not view it as political or a political agenda, but the rest of the world sure as fuck does. What do you think? Like half of the world is just making this shit up? Are you serious right now? And then it says, and it's true that Ubisoft has so many studios, but all the hate they heard in the video is absolutely bullshit for what they have experienced after years and years in the company. From my point of view, though, I have really seen their outlook change in recent years. Come on, bro. That's like the people who were trying to say that BlackRock does not push political agendas or does not force people to do DEI when there's literally a clip of Larry Fink out there telling people during an event that if companies do not do what they tell them to do in terms of DEI and ESG mandates, then their funding will be impacted. That is literally fucking DEI blackmail. You are threatening their funding. You are threatening to give them either less money or no money unless they do what you tell them to do after you invest in them. And the funny thing is, there's people out there that genuinely believe that BlackRock doesn't do that. Even if you show them the video, Larry Fink, they're like, well, I guess. What? Anyway, the last point refers to the idea Ubisoft made Yasuke a protagonist in Shadows due to some kind of political agenda. Some argue that it's historically inaccurate to depict him as a samurai, although much of the pushback is overt racism with racist language and imagery shared online since the game's reveal. See, these are the people who will complain about harassment, yet it's perfectly okay for them to call you without any merit a racist, sexist, homophobe, transphobe, whatever phobe. They're allowed to call you whatever they want to call you, but God forbid you fight back. God forbid you do anything about it. And no, everybody does know that Ubisoft picked Yasuke because it was starting to be made in 2020. And after they originally had the idea to have a Japanese male protagonist like they always thought, 2020 happened, St. Floyd died, and then all the white liberals that worked at Ubisoft said, we got to do something. We have to do something. We have to do something about this. Oh, I know. Let's put Floyd in feudal Japan. Let's put Floyd in feudal Japan. That's gonna help the cause. Hashtag BLM all day. That's gonna help the cause. And maybe we could sell enough copies of Assassin's Creed Shadows so that we could donate to BLM so that they could buy another mansion in another white neighborhood and pretend as if they did anything for the black community. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that because we're Ubisoft. We know what we're doing. Anyway, let's continue. So now, not everybody likes Shadows. I don't watch Legacy Killer's content. I know of him slightly on Twitter, but apparently he did not enjoy Assassin's Creed Shadows. He's actually kind of cooking Assassin's Creed Shadows right now on Twitter. He says, I did not enjoy Assassin's Creed Shadows. Combat and exploration, it felt restrictive and unbalanced. Story, mostly boring. The dual protagonists never clicked for me, as one is far more enjoyable to play, but is hamstrung by a baffling design. I've just not been a huge on these recent RPG-like Assassin's Creed games, and this is more of that. There are some nicer improvements with AI and stealth, but the one-dimensional characters, repetitive open world, and dry dialogue made for an exhausting experience. There are indeed some good moments, just too few and far between. Like the first few hours I thought were strong, and then the main meat of the game, I was bored out of my mind. It does pick up towards the end with some cool reveals, but most of the time, I wasn't having fun. Naoe is one of my favorite Assassin's Creed protagonists ever. Yasuke is just all right, at least in terms of narrative. You do understand why Ubisoft wanted an outsider protagonist featured, but it doesn't really work until late game, and unfortunately, he's just not fun at all to control. Now, he's got like a 20-some-odd minute review, pretty long review on YouTube, so I highly implore you check it out. But basically, what he's saying is what everybody else is saying, which is Naoe's not that bad as a protagonist, but Yasuke is fucking abysmal to use, boring, and overpowered as hell. Everybody is saying Yasuke is overpowered as hell. And we're going to get into more of it, but let's continue. So, if you guys are unaware, you want to know how stupid Ubisoft is? So, there is a streamer called Olivia Monroe. I have no idea who this is. If you guys know who this is, you can help me out in the chat. But I don't know who this is. Apparently, they're a streamer. Pretty popular streamer. Olivia Monroe got banned on Twitch. Okay? Olivia Monroe got banned on Twitch for streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows. But here's the thing. She's a VTuber? Okay, well, there you go. Here's the thing. Olivia Monroe got banned for streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows early. But the problem is that Ubisoft gave her permission to do it. But she got banned anyway. You want to know why? Because Olivia got banned because Ubisoft approved her stream for 7 a.m., but they thought that it was 7 p.m., so they took her stream down. She got banned because they couldn't tell the time zone difference. They can't read a fucking clock. That's how retarded Ubisoft is. Ubisoft banned her for that. It's insane. And they're not going to reverse it. Not that I know of anyway. To my knowledge, they're not reversing it. If we click this, let me see. Hold on. Yeah, Twitch partner Olivia Monroe has been banned. Let's see. People are tagging Legal Mindset, who I know he covers a lot of VTuber stuff. Wouldn't this be a loss of money and breach of contract because Ubisoft can't read? They got her banned because they don't know how to fucking read. Ubisoft is so shit they even got their own sponsored streamers banned. Bro, never take sponsors from Ubisoft. They would just ban you. Would not be surprised if they try and flake paying. Unban Olivia Twitch. Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. How do you fuck up this bad? How do you mess up this bad? It is a simple time zone issue. You should unban her. If that's really what happened, you should unban her. People are asking, what does Twitch have to do with Ubisoft? Well, Ubisoft probably contacted Twitch and told them to take the stream down because they thought that she was streaming it when she wasn't supposed to be streaming. It's like, bro, she was doing it at the time that you agreed to on the contract. You're just fucking retarded. You can't tell the time zone difference. It's insane, bro. What are we seriously doing here? So this is why I would never take sponsors. Adam Jubin says they are unbanning her. Is that true? Where does it say that? Where does it say that? Let me look it up. Hold on. Olivia, let me see. Olivia. I hope they do because that's insane, bro. Let's see. Olivia Monroe. Let's bring it up really quick. Let's see. As a master of stealth who gets caught every 5 seconds, you can find me in Assassin's Creed Shadows on stream today. Come along for the world's least sneaky Assassin's adventures. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag ad. Literally says hashtag ad. The fuck? Hashtag ad, bro. Where is... I don't see any comment about her being unbanned. Where is the comment about her being unbanned? I don't see it. You could bring up her Steam bans page. I don't even know what that is. Steam. I don't follow these Twitch people. Emerald Apple says they are so afraid of anything. They banned her before she could actually stream it. Game so terrible they nuke accounts trying to salvage it. Ubisoft, way to boost what terrible sales you're gonna have. Damn, this aged like milk. This aged like milk. Hold on, let me bring up the Steam. Hold on. Let me bring up what you guys are showing. Hold on. All right, so okay, here we go. So they unbanned her. They did unban her. Here we go. So bro, she was banned for 5 hours. She's never been banned before. Now she's got a record of a ban on her account. They banned her for 5 hours. You know how detrimental that is to a content creator trying desperately to be one of the first ones to stream a game like this? They banned her for 5 hours. She got fucked, bro. And it's not even her fault. That's crazy. Can you imagine shilling for a company only for them to fuck you? I hope they pay her. I really do. Or I hope she sues them or something. I know it's a major corporation. I know it's a lot easier to say they'll sue and not actually sue. But there's got to be something here. I would love to know Legal Mindset's opinion on this. I really would. Because this is crazy. 5 hours is a long time to go without streaming a day one game. Actually, it's not even day one. She's got early access. She's got early access that she was approved for. Bro, I would be crucifying Ubisoft right now. But the fact that she's silent on it tells me that she's probably trying to be strategic about it. Most likely. Most likely. At least I would imagine that's the case anyway. Bro, what fucking retards, bro. Ubisoft is just retarded. I just don't understand how you are that stupid.